That's enough. The court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. The case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. The evidence and testimony we've seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from the poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright?
This court finds the defendant guilty. This court is adjourned. Interesting. What's going on here then?
The start of a new year, I always usually feel like I can take on the world.
I bet it does, Maya.
I decided our new resolution should be Zavari, take on the world. What do you think?
Sure, whatever, Maya. But I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Isn't mistletoe poisonous?
Never. You got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. After watching the fireworks on TV, you're playing a board game.
Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe.
Happy New Year, Detective.
Likewise. Now listen up, right? I want to...
Here's to another fruitful year of Lawyer Police Cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal, you got some explaining to do.
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
A what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but...
Yay, thanks.
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
What about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
Guess I'm busted. How'd you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine?
Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced.
Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childish amateur performance yesterday.
What the heck is this?
It's a report, pal, about you.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it.
But I don't remember anything about it. When was this issue from anyway?
December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. What do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, that leaves only one possibility.
No way. You don't mean... A phony Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one too. An article from December 5th saying I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So what are you going to do about it, pal?
What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you got shot, stop getting too full of yourselves.
But I didn't do anything wrong. Not that I can remember.
You better make this right, pal, now. That means taking the case back to court, got it?
Sounds like we had our first case in the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once on this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned.
I guess the New Year's resolution's going to have to wait until next year.
So you take the case, right? Good. I'm headed over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something. All right, pal?
I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I'm kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? So what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention centre and talk. Wait a sec, Nick. The person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right? Hey, let me get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony. Zinny Hop, I mean.
I hope not. Ugh.
What kind of name for an evil double is Zinny Hop, anyway? Nick, I got it! If you're gonna ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no. Spoiled sport. You noticed Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me?
What do you mean?
I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who just found out how he's gonna be a dad or something. I guess he was acting kind of strange. Maybe he realised he's got strong feelings for you, Nick.
Maya, there's enough of that bullshit in the fandom without you doing it too. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. Yes, fandoms everywhere. Consider how these characters actually interact before you say things about the way they feel. Yeah?
Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, maybe it's because of our new guilty client. I can't believe you got an impersonator.
I can't either.
Oh, but look on the bright side. Only famous stars have people impersonating them.
This isn't funny, Maya. It's not just an impersonation. The guy stole my identity, and someone may have been wrongly convicted as a result.
Guess you should have gone into showbiz, huh, Nick?
I'll never understand how your mind works, Maya.
This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty.
Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me.
Ah! Oh, it's fucking Maggie Bird now.
Oh, now I've got to try and do the fucking female Geordie accent again. Oh...
Newcastle, 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 Newcastle. How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you? Yes, I am. I'm totally and utterly let down. Aren't you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie. Remember, Maggie Bird? Maggie Bird. Ah. Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you a quick... Oh sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defence job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell us what happened, Nick. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Right is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoy being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. A small place, but quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me, and the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me right away, sir. And then you got through that mess got into this mess straight away, right? You could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Tribulations. Tribulations? Yeah, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile is always included. Oh. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hold on there, Maggie. What? You kept calling the guy the victim. Do you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I've never seen the guy before. Oh. So she wouldn't have had motive to kill him, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to her clientele. So you saw the killer but were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come? You tell me, Mr. Right. Guess the answer to the question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. So if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way, Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know, but nobody, not one person, would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defence. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that guy wasn't me, okay? And then? They found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. What? Poison? In your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir, that's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men.
And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry.
In music? How come?
One of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. There was a sample CD on the table, sir.
An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all?
Had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. Must have been preparing the debut, I guess.
So it was a band's CD, maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group called that?
What was the name of the group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC...
What about the killer? What did he look like?
Well, I don't really remember. Only he was a young man, well built like the victim, really.
Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case.
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Light.
Maggie, was my evil double I am here too?
No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
But then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you declared of this crime, you said.
Okay, I get the picture, but you met me in person before. How come you didn't realise the guy wasn't the real me?
I guess looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, you're a bit taller than normal and you looked a bit shady. Your voice was a bit weird. You had this kind of funny accent and...
So the guy was nothing like me then?
But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me?
How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realise he was an imposter?
Everyone had these big question marks on their faces. It seemed like no one wanted to say anything, sir.
This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defence attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright?
Hmm?
Do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life's been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of the apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, got sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test of Titan, experienced every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune being accused of murder. But I'll survive because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it, just wait and see, sir. I'll find the one single moment of good luck.
Ah, Zinny Hop is really going to pay for this. What are you staring at me like that for? Maya's right.
Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him, don't you worry, we'll get Sin E-Hop for you. Thank you. I'll tell you where Tribulations is then. Oh yes, the restaurant where the murder took place? Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Alright, Nick, let's go check out the restaurant and its food. Wow, look at this place. Look, more like smell. What are the suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to seat her, so maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. The restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open or closed. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which is which since I don't know Jacques about French. Clever. Very clever, Phoenix. Oh, hello. It's a rack full of fashion magazines and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. There's something stuffed behind the rack. Looks like a sports paper to me. Look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle in one of the pages. MC Bomber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000 maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? A paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register that way. Look at the little trinkets tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see. Bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look. Fine bone china cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya, this is common knowledge. Only Joe Schmo knows this much. This table's set nicely. It just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think. Duh, even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know, dagnabbit. I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white, it's not even snowing. Got you. Only kidding, Maya. Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. Yeah, but why, though? This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. You'll see that as a table, you can only see the tables to your left or right. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, got this police tape around it. That stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. Then why can I picture you doing just that? Have a little bit of faith in Maya, Phoenix. Come on. She's not that dumb. Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Gustav Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title? Sorry, Maggie, this paper's a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Gaston got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations. Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not fond of them. Maybe one of the customers left it behind. Anyway, one I want you to take a look at is this scribble here. Ah, that's it there. MC Bomber, that was the name I was written on the CD. That's what I thought. I guess it was an MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So that 100,000 must have been the down payment for electric deal, right? If someone gave me 100,000, I'd sink the shore. The master of Karain, the spirit... I'm mixing the fucking accents up now. The master of Karain, the spirit song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. So the victim left this behind the day of the murder. Oh dear. I think you better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? Alright, let's try criminal affairs. Oh, hello. There's a Mrs. Badger in the background now. It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet's on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. Guess that means we should go to the detention centre and chat with our killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer's the right label. Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? So cute. That's the blue badger.
It was my idea. I made it. Now it's the national symbol of the police force.
What's with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief?
Yep, meet the pink badger.
So one's called blue and the other's called pink. But they're both called badger?
You got it. They're married.
Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you.
Wow, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of the deep oceans. Female police officer. No, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Chief of Detectives here, going through his computer screen.
Master Mass turned up at the bank. What's he doing? Hands up, you scallywags. You're under arrest. Hey, that's our job.
Looks like Ron's Delight opted for a new career.
Quit surfing the net, Chief. Sorry, I was just,
Things feel pretty tense in here. So, Master Mask is a vigilante now? Huh. What fan fiction's this bloke writing this time? He's mumbling something to himself. Don't die running a red light, die the old-fashioned way, of old age. We have a winner. Inject a bit of humour, that's the key. He must be coming up with slogans for a safety campaign, I guess. And blah blah blah, computers, computers, computers. MC Bummer. And don't forget the 100,000 too. There's something about that name, MC Bummer. Yeah, it's a pretty unusual name. Everyone's worried about bombs these days, I guess. I'm not sure that has any bearing on anything related to this case. Anyway, we should really look into this some more. Oh la la, bonjour, welcome to Tribulations. Oh, hello. What happened to Ma? She's frozen stiff. What the fucking hell are you? Benevo, welcome to my petit restaurant. Huh? B Avenue? Oh, no, no, man, petit tulip. Huh? Me? Look at his face. It's like getting rejected by his own mother. You are fatigued, no? Hello, you need this? Hello, magic bar for you, Menard of Nelnora Rosa. I tried. My personal recommendation. You think I need what? We just add a couple of drops of this mixture in your bath water and voila! It'll soothe your body and your mind. Simply fantastic! Really? And voila, monsieur. Who, me? That should be le monsieur, by the way. La monsieur is the feminine prefix. Just because you're femme as fuck doesn't mean Phoenix is. Look at that face, it's like the puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this oil pardon. And maybe a little devil. Oui. I'll add the peppermint on the Gravy stage for fragrance exceptional. Such an invigorating recipe that bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Hello, if you'll be seated, I'll bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat, we're lawyers. Mais bien sûr, I know this already, monsieur. You are the Phoenix Wright, non? Yes, you know me. Mais oui, I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Zen E-Hop. Looks like everyone who I do this case with knows who I am already. I wonder what other impressions Zen E-Hop's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself again. I am Sean Armstrong, Enchanté. Ugh. I apologize to subject this to you. I'm working with what the game gives me here. So what does Tribulations mean? I know Tre, that means free, right? That's Spanish, Maya. No, Tribulations is français. In English you'd say, very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphere is très bien and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people they do not appreciate their hot cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for the moment. Known as Asama Advertisement. Oh, poor moi. Please don't eyeball me when you say that. I'm the chef, a manager. I'm also a trained aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner's aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul with delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. If I do have any French viewers, I would like to seriously apologise for this. So could you tell me what happened about the incident? Oh, yeah, it makes me sad to remember, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, it has been a month since Maggie's sentencing. So, it was the Thursday last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man was here for the coffee to suddenly become ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That's the truth as I know, and it was Maggie who took the drink to him. I was in the kitchen, I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I come out to see where it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out too. And this man who died, was he alone? Oh, oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. The police asked me many times, are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. I'm not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? So who's this old man you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer here. Someone else saw it? Mais oui, as usual, he came alone on the day. Time of the murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same things, that there was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears there were 2 people. Aye, mademoiselle, la lawyer, she could not prove this, no. About the lawyer, that was me, I suppose? Maybe I'm so. Oh, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up? Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. Your mom, Phoenix Light's the first defense attorney in town. I think I can imagine how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in the restaurant. Looks like Zen E-Hop is a bigger fan of fashion stuff than you are, Nick. I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. Your defense in court that day was a little, how you say, lacking, perhaps. Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English would have done a better job. You were very cool though. We so handsome. I wonder just how bad the defense could have been. Every time you open your mouth, the whole courthouse stared. Man, that's something I don't want to imagine. The graffiti also has Master Mask in the corner. That's interesting. Wonder if that'll mean anything. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. Oh, one of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which customer it was? The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I saved was the kitchen. Thanks, that was a big fucking help. Forgot about profiles. Oh la la, you have such a pretty smile, my petit lip. Who, me? Oui, that smile's the most important thing for us girls, n'est-ce pas? Sure. If you want a job, here it is yours, precious. Mon Dieu, what beauty! That's my sister. Ah oui, another delight. You have a certain je ne crois I do not sense from your sister. I do. Throw your head eye first at your feminine features. Do not lose heart, mes filles. You are a woman extraordinaire. Do I look like I need cheering up or something? Félicitations, Master Goisicast. J no comprehend. Nick, don't just make something up. Maggot was a police woman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was a suspect in the murder investigation, no? Oh, you know about that? So I gave her the perfume for happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, blended from Bamako, like I've given you before. But she's been arrested again and found guilty this time. This is true. And that aroma of happiness must have been very strong. Just admit your perfume doesn't work. I'm not surprised she's the prime suspect after something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's he talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? Gotta ask this guy for more info. Stat. It's hard to imagine, I know, but I was once an apprentice for 5 years in the gay Paris. Very gay Paris. Wow, in Paris? It was something as if she said that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, so unexpected. You'd have to be a fool to do this, non? When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oh, oui, I suppose you could say so. What happened? No, it was nothing. Look, Maggie said she didn't even know the guy. But she's still being indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. Oui, it is true. If there is anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Oh, this fucking guy. Cyclops. No way, what are we gonna do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the? What's wrong? The Magatama, it's gone. I thought it was missing from the... Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. What? But I could see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby? Mr. Armstrong, can I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? That's the question you'll have to ask him yourself. Huh? Him? The old man spends lots of his time down the park. The park? Oh, a park. What park's that? Bit under a restaurant called Vitamin Square. Thank you. Did you full name pen, big dear? Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick.